morning and welcome. Welcome and thank you. Hello, my name is Wanda Deschamps, and I have the good fortune of planning and directing the fundraising element of College Avenue Campus Renewal. So again, it's wonderful to see so many of you here today. This is a fantastic turnout. And before I make a formal introduction of the President, I would like to recognize MLAs Hutchinson, McCall, and Witherspoon. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Bob Hawkins, Dr. Jim Tompkins, to be installed tomorrow as our Chancellor, Lee Elliott, Board Chair, and Kathy Warner from the Board as well, thank you. Nathan Scrizuti, President of the University of Regina Students' Union. And honorary degree recipients, one in the front row, Dr. Jack Bone, Dr. Jacqueline Chumiacher, and Dr. Harold McKay. Thank you so much for joining us on what a wonderful day this is. Dr. Vianne Timmons, a woman who requires no introduction, but I am asking her to come forward right now. President Vianne Timmons, please come forward.
Thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure for me to be on this wonderful campus. Isn't it beautiful? It is. I want to also acknowledge all our special guests that are here today. And since Wanda introduced you all by name, I will only add to it a mention of President of Federated Colleges, I think, are here. I know I saw a president from Campion, and I'm not sure about Luther or First Nations, but John, welcome. Thank you. We're gathered here today at the historical College Avenue campus for two reasons. One is to launch the community phase of our #1 capital fundraising project, Building Knowledge, the College Avenue Campus Renewal Project. And two, as importantly, I want to update you on the progress that we've made on this fundraising campaign. The purpose of this campaign is to preserve this historical campus, College Avenue campus, to honor the vision of our founders who built College Avenue campus. And I love telling this story because I think it's so amazing that over 100 years ago, the citizens of Regina, out of their pocketbooks, funded this amazing campus. No government funding, they did it on their own. And they had a vision for an institution in Regina to support post-secondary education. And 100 years later, that investment they made is serving the same mission as it served back then. So we want to preserve it, but we also want to transform it, this historical. We want to revitalize it so that the new century of learning can happen at College Avenue. We want to make it more vibrant, accessible, environmentally friendly, and make it a continuing source of pride for all of us. So we want a historical campus that is the state-of-the-art educational center. Right now, this campus serves over 7,000 students. It has 360 faculty and staff that work out of this building. And we want to make it even more vibrant than it is. The youngest student is 18 months old, and the oldest is Jack Bowen. Campaign 2 years ago in conjunction with the 2011 centennial of Regina College. And over that time, we've launched the logo and the theme. We've worked with key private donors, many of you who are here today. We had a family campaign undertaken at the University of Regina, and the University of Regina family contributed over $800,000 to this campaign. We built a strong base of support, and we are well on our way to our fundraising goal. But this work needs to continue. And at the same time, we're going to take things to the next level, and that's this community phase of the project, which is a crucial step towards realizing the revitalization of College Avenue campus. We want to share our plans for this historical landmark with you, our community, you, our supporters, you, our family. Why is this important? I mentioned why it was important. We also want to revitalize Dark Hall. It was the city's cultural center many years ago, and we want to make it that again. Today, this is a vibrant place for learning, as I mentioned, with 700,000 students annually. The Johnson Shoyama School of Public Policy is here. Our Center for Continuing Education is here, with our Lifelong Learning Center and the Conservatory of Performance Arts. I've always said that if we could capture the healthcare savings that we acquire because we have 1,000 seniors who come here to this campus to study, to take courses, to learn, that would pay for College Avenue campus revitalization twice over, maybe even more. This has been a central part of our community for 100 years, and we want to see that continue. Many of you here today have a very special connection to our College Avenue campus. Many of you have inspiring stories to tell. I know Pat Fiacco tells a story about when he was doing a poetry recital. He was 7 years old, and he had to do it in Dark Hall. And there was a red carpet he had to walk down. And he said he got up on that stage, and he thought it was the largest gathering of people he'd ever seen. And he recited his poem and won the competition. So there's many inspiring stories like that to share. I want to call on Wanda now to introduce one such person who is a student of our Center for Continuing Ed and who has graciously volunteered to share her connection with our wonderful campus. Wanda?
Thank you so much, President. The reason we exist, students, I'm calling Daleen Sliz, a student in the Continuing Education program who is pursuing a public relations course, to come forward. Please come, Daleen, and share a bit about your experience.
Thank you, Wanda. Good morning, President Timmons and honored guests. When I was a little girl, aside from wanting to become an Olympic athlete, a famous actress, a veterinarian, and one of the Beatles, I discovered that I loved to write. As a matter of fact, in grade 4, I wrote and illustrated a book called The Adventures of Freddie and Flossie Snowflake, which was chosen to be displayed at what was then called the Regina Buffalo Days exhibition. This was a great accomplishment back then. In high school, I knew I wanted to be a journalist. So after graduating in the 80s, I embarked on the path that so many other ambitious high school graduates took. I applied for admission to the University of Regina, then promptly packed my bags and headed west for greater opportunities, like most of the population of Saskatchewan did at the time, and we started a new city and we called it Calgary. In Calgary, I was writing, and I enjoyed many wonderful career and educational experiences, but the dream to get my journalism degree never died. I found my way back to my hometown of Regina several years ago after 21 years in Calgary, and even though I didn't become an Olympic athlete or a Beatle, I am pursuing that degree in journalism. Sometimes dreams take a while to manifest, but it's never too late, no matter how old we are. In retrospect, I'm glad I waited to pursue this degree. Sometimes you have to be a bit older to recognize your true potential and ability to contribute on a more meaningful basis. With age comes a wealth of knowledge and experience that adds a measure of depth and meaning to life. Like our beautiful heritage buildings, we are like vaults of history and stories and unique perspective. A relatively new area of neuroscience known as neuroaesthetics posits the theory that beauty in art and design makes us happy, which is probably why I'm so happy coming to class here 2 nights a week. But the point is, this restoration isn't just about aesthetics or sentiment or nostalgia. Rather, a community that respects its history respects itself. The preservation of that history can help a community realize its strengths and use them to improve the lives of all its residents, both symbolically and physically. When these buildings were originally constructed, there were likely some dreams involved in the process. With this revitalization, we can carry on the legacy of those innovators and dreamers who believed that education, the arts, and culture could transform lives. Dreamers, like me, will be able to continue to pass through the doors of these stately buildings and achieve our educational and musical goals and perform on stage for appreciative audiences for years to come. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter, and this restoration matters to the city, to the community, to the students, and to the teachers, and to the arts. It has been an honor and a pleasure being part of this important campaign. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Daleen. We've had the pleasure of involving community members in the profile of this project, and we're entering a very special phase now. And we'd like to show you the first two in a series of TV commercials to let the public know about this important project. The first commercial will feature someone well known to us, Dr. Jack Bone, and the second, Vivian Heinrichs, also very important, a young Conservatory of Performing Arts student who has a passion for music and, of course, for this campus. So let's roll.
I started here in 1962 as an associate professor of economics. At that time, we didn't have departments because we were small in number. What we had was committees of instruction. It was a cozy place in those days. We must preserve the gem we have here in College Avenue campus. Help us renew the University of Regina's historic College Avenue campus. Visit us online to learn more.
I started taking piano lessons at the conservatory when I was in grade 2. The building's a bit old and rickety, but I still love coming here to take lessons. It's just so inspiring to think of all the people who have played here before me. I hope the building's around for a long time. Help us renew the University of Regina's historic College Avenue campus. Visit us online to learn more.
Thank you, Dr. Bone and Vivian. Those are fantastic. Can we give them another hand? Just a reminder, if you take a tour today, and I hope you do, you'll see the lecture hall and you will see the recital hall featured. So please do that. Please keep that in mind for later on today. I would now like to ask Nathan Scrizuti, the president of the University of Regina Students' Union, to come forward and speak on behalf of students. Nathan?
Good morning, everyone. MLAs, Diane Timmons, members of the Board of Governors, and honored guests. The University of Regina Students' Union has been offered the wonderful opportunity to take part in welcoming this project to the university and the city as a whole. A project like the College Avenue campus is so important because it follows just along those lines of we who serve. The University of Regina is not only here to serve its specific students on its campus, but it's also here to serve the city as a whole as an arts opportunity for athletics and many other opportunities for young people and everyone else in the city. The opportunity to come back and learn, take piano lessons, voice, learn things at the Johnson Shoyama, anywhere else, is an opportunity that is so important for a city and its growth and the opportunity for people to learn. Now, personally, when I came to Regina, when I was 5 years old, my father was a huge piano player. My father had been playing piano as a concert pianist since probably he was born, or earlier. And he had decided that my brother and I would play piano as well. And we came to this campus, and we were taught lessons here by a variety of different piano teachers, and we continued to learn and grow. As young people, we learned about the arts. I remember the opportunity to grow offers us as young people and as anyone to experiment and attempt different things. One day I had come to a lesson, a piano lesson, and I hadn't been practicing as rigorously as a concert pianist father would expect. And I went in and I sat down, and we have these little rooms that there's a piano, a chair right beside the piano bench. And I said, look what I've learned how to do. And I didn't know what to say because I hadn't learned my piece. So I took off my shoes and I leaned back on the piano bench and I started playing a piece that I already knew with my feet. Now, this was, of course, a new idea. Maybe it's been tried before, but I mean, it hadn't been seen by my current piano teacher ever before. Needless to say, the opportunity to learn and grow, that wasn't the right way to go with it. My father was a little surprised, and my piano teacher didn't change. But I remember performing in that recital hall there, not with my feet. But it's opportunities like that for us to learn and grow that are so important with this campus. The College Avenue Campus Renewal Project will transform this area. It will turn it into, once again, a place for growth and learning, and also a center hub for the city. A place where people can come to experience the arts and to learn. It's very, very important that all of us reach deep inside and find our opportunity, our own specific way of helping this project, because each and every one of us will benefit. Thank you so much for coming here today and taking part. It is so wonderful to have you all here, and I'm very excited to see this project completed.
Thank you very much, Nathan. Now, a very, very exciting moment. I'm asking the President to come forward and speak about the new total raised to date. President Timmins, please come.
Didn't you enjoy those commercials? Are they great? Now, I'll probably get challenged, as I have been lately, on the cost of the commercials, but I can assure you that the actors that were in them did not cost us very much money. I hope you did enjoy them. Dr. Bowen, you're truly one of our greatest supporters, and you did a wonderful job. Is Vivian here? Not here today, but she was great. It was great to see her pursue a passion for music at our conservatory. Daylene, thank you so much for sharing your story. And Nathan, you always speak so eloquently about what this revitalization will mean to our community. Thank you so much. It's great to see such optimism because there's a great future ahead. I believe there is for College Avenue campus. There's going to be increased space for learners. The campus will serve as a University of Regina's outreach program and leadership center. We will fully restore the 550-seat performance center at Dark Hall and the Conservatory Recital Hall. This will provide also a fully functioning home for our Johnson Shoyama Graduate School of Public Policy. And the campus will continue, as Nathan said, to serve our city and our province for the next century. As I mentioned, we're well on our way to making this renewal project a reality. Now we're inviting you and the larger community to participate. With community support, we believe we can transform this campus for future generations. We need you to be our champions of this project. We need you to spread the word to your family, to your friends, and to your neighbors. We also need you to contribute if you have not yet. It is a wonderful initiative. Help us make College Avenue campus a welcoming and rewarding study and work environment that fosters creativity, engagement, continuous learning, and the opportunity to succeed. It's a way to build on our history and a way to help us better serve our province and its communities, and a way to begin the next 100 years of history for this campus. Now you want to get an update on the progress we've made. I want to invite Jack Bowen, who we now all know, and Chloe to come up, who I hear is enrolling in the Conservatory of Performing Arts this summer. So Chloe, can you come up and help us unveil this, and Jack? One, two, three. And that includes a $1 million donation from one of our community supporters, more than $815,000 from our University of Regina Family Campaign, 4 gifts of $250,000, one from Roberta McKay, who's here, thank you Roberta, and Elmer Brenner, Great West Life and Canada Life, Dr. Jackie Shumiancher, who is also here today, and most recently, a donation in memory of Gail Thompson Glenn. And the gifts from individual donors, many who I see here today who have contributed. Thank you so very, very much. One of my favorite quotes, which I often think of when I'm here on College Avenue campus, is by G.K. Chesterton. He's an English author and says, "Education is simply the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to another." Doesn't that capture College Avenue campus? When I'm in this historical building, I understand what the quote meant. The past and the future coming together in one place through education. That's what this project is about. I'm so excited to be part of helping pass the soul of our campus from one generation to another. And I hope you are as excited as I am, as Chloe is, and as Jack is. And I look forward to making this vision a reality, and I need your help. Thank you all for coming, and please enjoy the afternoon.
Well, thank you very much, President Timmons. Almost $4 million raised, so wonderful progress. Thank you so much. Before you leave the formal program, just a few reminders. Archives has a wonderful display. Please take a look back into our history. We have a gallery of artist concepts. Visit the renovated classrooms and take a peek into the future and a fully revitalized College Avenue campus, 206 and 112. Please drop by. There's also a room, of course, where you can enter your name to win a prize. Take a tour. Enjoy lunch, a throwback to 100 years ago, a Modern Bucks lunch social. Room 112. And of course, if you have questions, comments, feedback, black t-shirts. We're here to answer any of your questions or to take notes about any of your comments. Most of all, thank you for coming today and helping us celebrate. Let's honor our past and embrace the future and the possibilities. Thank you very much.